Hey guys, so I want to talk about how to check whether the pages that you find are legitimate and kind of gauge how good the engagement is for pages. And that's kind of something that you do want to do, especially in the beginning. So one of the big cons that a lot of YouTubers will talk about when they say that Instagram is dead, or the reason why people will not want to advertise on Instagram, is the fact that it is a little bit of a black market kind of thing to do when you run shoutouts. And so you're going to come across a lot of fake pages or fake engagement, or just pages that, you know, will either overprice their shoutouts, or they'll try to sometimes scam you, or, you know, they'll do something called live boosts, which is basically a bunch of like fake comments or fake engagement. I want to show you two ways to basically mitigate that risk. You're basically fine as long as you just know what to look for. I want to go over that right now. So one site that you can do is go on socialblade.com, and basically you go to Instagram right here, and then you type in the handle. Let's try to find that big account right there, the Shade Room. This is probably not fake, just because this is a pretty legitimate media company, I believe. But let's just go ahead and okay, so this basically shows you the number of followers that they're getting per day. So if they're increasing followers, that's a really good sign. And this is the total daily followers, and then so you can see that it's steadily growing, which is a good thing, right? Now, sometimes you're gonna see some pages that spike up high and then they start losing followers, or they start like maintaining followers. And if you ever see that, that means that you should be wary, or you should be careful of the page, because if they're losing followers, that means one of two things are happening. One is that they bought their followers initially. Naturally, when you buy followers, you start losing followers. Or they're maintaining followers, which means that they're not active, or their page is just not that good. You really want to find pages. This is an example of a really good page where they're constantly growing. It's just kind of a diagonal. It's just straight up, you know? Okay, so you see this one's losing followers. Okay, so look what happened here. So let's say this was January and they started losing followers right here, and then they had this spike where they all of a sudden gained a lot of followers. That's usually a sign of that they bought followers, or, you know, something, they somehow like hacked the system in order to get a lot more followers. So if that thing happens, that's usually where you kind of stay away from the page.